Suspended ANC Secretary General Ace Magashule and his 15 co-accused just appearing in the High Court, sitting in Bloemfontein today. They're facing over 70 charges of corruption, theft and money laundering related to a 255 million asbestos eradication tender in the Free State. Our reporter Samekele Maseko, Palesa, Moeti and Aphumelele Mdlalane are monitoring that story for us. For the latest, let's now cross to Aphumelele. Aphumelele, what's happening? What's the latest?
Desiree, all I can say is that proceedings did, of course, go through, and now the court has adjourned to the 3rd of November for pre-trial. But I just want to bring the NPA spokesperson, Mdlalane, just to take us through to the proceedings today. We've heard a lot of legal representatives talking about some documents that are pending for the trial to be set.
It's documents that relate to admissions and preparation for trial as part of the preparations for a pre-trial conference that will be held on the 3rd of November. Some of the legal representatives had not received the documents. Some received them very late, so they have to reply to those. However, we are happy that the issue of legal representation, which was outstanding in respect of some of the accused, has been resolved. Now we can proceed to the pre-trial conference on the 3rd of November and set a trial date when the matter commences. And you'll recall that as the prosecution, we've always held the view that we are ready to proceed with the matter. But remember, this is a big case with so many accused, about 14 of them. So you can imagine that there will be those hiccups relating to legal representations, which has now been resolved. So we are happy that we are getting closer to having a trial date for the matter.
I also heard the legal representatives for Ace Magashule accused 13 questioning, or rather asking all the documents regarding the state witnesses and hearing the state that they will consider. What does that mean?
It means they needed a list of witnesses and an indication which witnesses are implicating which accused. That's a matter that the prosecution will consider.
And with your key witness, we're talking about Moeti Cholota, and you've been saying that he's one of your key witnesses. Are you still confident that you have what you are looking for?
The police officers that investigating the matter presented a formidable case to the prosecution, which we believe that with the witnesses that we have, we will sustain the charges that have been preferred against all the accused persons.
Given that we're coming back here 3rd November, when can the trial therefore be set for, given that it's almost end of the year?
I'm unable to give that indication, but hopefully we can get it during the first term. That is our hope.
All right, that is the NPA spokesperson, Mdlalane, just taking us through to what really transpired here in court, saying that, of course, the legal representatives, some of them have received some documents only today. Now they're supposed to go back just to read through them so that there can be a date now to set the trial. However, the state on the other side maintaining that they have the strong case against the accused in this 255 million rand scandal of asbestos. Just to take you back, we must understand that this is a case relating to this scandal, which was emanating from 2014, whereby the then Premier, Ace Magashule, who is here the accused 13, made also a statement during the State of the Province address saying that all the houses that have asbestos will be, of course, eradicated. But also, given that we saw also the Auditor General's report saying that there was no value for money because there's still asbestos houses in the Free State, and also the Public Protector giving out the report saying that there was irregular expenditure. Hence, we are here today alongside its other accused who are also from the Human Settlement Department, and also the then the legal advisor from the then Ace Magashule, who was then the Free State Premier, of course, and also the businessman Edwin Sodi, who is, of course, was the was the businessman for the Black Hat Consulting. We are here now, and we will, of course, from the state, when they are saying that they can't really say when will the trial be, but when we are coming back here on the 3rd of November, we expect to hear the state of readiness from the state as well as the legal representatives for, of course, the accused, whether now they are ready for trial.
Aphumelele, just take us back to the scenes of this morning, just the ambience in the court, what sort of, the disposition of the accused, what was it like?
Of course, we saw already, we were expecting hive of activity outside, and also now I can hear the noise from the outside when, of course, the accused, especially the suspended Secretary General Ace Magashule, made his way through court. We could hear from the inside now that there's some supporters. Also, surprisingly, I also saw a familiar face who's a strong ally for the suspended Secretary General Ace Magashule, Sam Mashinini, the ex-Sam Mashinini, who was Police Roads MEC 3 weeks ago. We saw that, of course, cabinet reshuffle in the Free State. He's one of the strong allies of the suspended Secretary General. We saw him here inside court just to give a support. And also I saw my colleague Palesa Moeti was busy talking, interviewing the suspended Chief Whip of the Free State Legislature, Vusi William Chabalala. This would just give an indication that they are not backing down, but they continue to give support, as we always see them when this appearance takes place. They would show their faces here in support of Ace Magashule.
Aphumelele, thank you so much for updating us. Of course, we'll also be touching base with our colleagues Palesa and Samekele Maseko just in terms of